All right, welcome back. So next we're going to add or implement get. So get is a method that takes a number, an index or a position, and it returns the item in that position. So if we give it the number 0, it should give us the first item, the head. But if we give it the number 4, it should give us the 5th item, so starting at 0. But that's not really the important part. The important part is it takes in a number and you traverse the list that many times, and then you return the item at that index. So visual go, it has to be visual go. It's the only way I could pronounce that. It doesn't have a built-in get method that it illustrates, but if we just looked at this list, we can sort of mouse through it. So if we pass in, we did list.get, and then we pass in the number 3. Basically, we start at the beginning. This is number 0, the head, and then we just do .next. And we keep doing .next until we've done it 3 times. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. And so we'd return this value, which is 6. So there are no indices that correspond to each individual item. It's not like we can just access and get the 700th item immediately. We have to start at the 0, the very beginning, the head, and count how many times we do .next. We have to loop until we hit that item. So whenever we say index in this video, it is not like an array that has a built-in index that corresponds to every element. We are manually counting. So it's not that efficient compared to an array. If we need to access something based off of its position all the time, then you might want to use an array. It depends. And again, we'll come back to considerations like that later on. So here's a pseudocode. Function should accept an index, so a number that we pass in. If the index is, so these are the edge cases, if it's negative or greater than or equal to the length, then we're not going to do that. We can't find something at index -2. So we return null, or we could do undefined, but just return something that signifies it was not found. Then we're going to loop through the list until you reach the index and return the node at that specific index. So I recommend having a counter variable, and you just loop through, continue like we've done with a while loop or a for loop, doing .next, 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 and each time through, just add 1 to the counter. And then once you get to that, however many, the index, the 5th item, the 10th item, all you do is return that value. So give it a shot. In the next video, I'll implement it. Surprise, surprise.